Hi, Studio Recapped here. Today, we're going to talk about a movie called No Hard Feeling in the romantic and comedy genre. Spoiler alert is on. Watch out and take care. You won't believe how much your support means. Thank you so much for your support. Maddie is a 32-year-old woman who, due to financial needs, reluctantly accepts a strange job through an ad. Parents want a young girl to meet their son, Percy, to get him involved with Positive Kid and get him off track so that their son can grow up and get ready for college. If you're looking for a comedy scene, don't miss this movie. Maddie was under pressure from her debts. An insurance agent named Gary, who seemed to have a thing for Maddie but got rejected, comes after her and takes her car. Maddie tries to lie and tell the guy she loves him, but just then, a guy comes out of her house and messes up her act. Maddie, in a crazy move, chases Gary and tries to forcefully get her car back, but she's so clueless that she becomes the talk of the town. Maddie, unfortunate as she is, skates her way to work. She's an Uber driver and a waitress at a beach cafe. Because of the debts from her mother's house which she inherited, she had to work extra hard, but not having a car made it even harder. Then her friend Sarah finds her a weird online ad. According to the ad, a car would go to someone who arranged a date with a 19-year-old guy. In the end, Maddie decides to take the job and heads to the Becker family's house. Percy's dad, Laird, and his mom, Allison, are looking for a 20-year-old girl, while Maddie is 32. Maddie impresses them with her words and gets chosen. Percy, a childish guy who has never had sex, doesn't have good social skills, and has no friends, is the one they want Maddie to work with. Percy works at an animal shelter, so Maddie decides to go there pretending she's looking for a dog as an excuse to meet Percy. Maddie goes there looking stylish and attractive. Her behavior convinces Percy that she's not fit to take care of a dog. Maddie tries to get closer to him and forces him to let her take him home. Maddie had borrowed Sarah's husband's van. Percy, seeing the stuff inside the van, thinks he's being kidnapped and sprays pepper spray on Maddie's face. But when he realizes he was wrong, he apologizes. Maddie tells Percy that she thinks he's attractive, and Percy gets all excited and wants to meet again. For their first date, they go to a bar, and Percy shows up in a terrible outfit. He doesn't even know how to drink alcohol. Percy acts so childish and awkward that they end up leaving. Meanwhile, one of Maddie's ex-boyfriends shows up, making the situation even funnier. They go to the beach and, at Maddie's suggestion, strip down and go into the water, but some idiots steal their clothes. Maddie goes after them, teaches them a lesson, and takes them down. Percy starts to get scared of Maddie and says she looks like she wants to eat him. Maddie gets upset and gets in the car. Percy, who left his phone in the car, jumps onto Maddie's car window. Maddie, being reckless, speeds off and escapes from the police, with Percy freaked out the whole time. They end up at Maddie's house. Maddie tries to flirt a bit to get Percy in the mood, but he's the driest guy on earth. Maddie notices Percy's skin problems and tries to treat them. This is where they start to open up about their emotional wounds, and they begin to understand each other more. Percy wants to see her again tomorrow. Maddie takes Percy to different places, trying to get him out of his shell, and it's clear that Percy is starting to like her. The first romantic moment between them happens. Maddie gradually changes. She's the result of her father's betrayal with another woman. Since she was a child, her father left them, giving them only a house. But when her mother passed away, keeping her mother's house became very important for Maddie. Real estate agents and rich people looking to buy the property were pressuring Maddie and increasing taxes to make her fall short and leave. Maddie and Percy have dinner, and with Maddie's encouragement, the shy guy plays the piano and sings in front of everyone. We can see Maddie's growing affection and friendship for Percy in her eyes. Maddie even feels jealous of Percy's classmate when he talks to him. Percy suggests that Maddie move closer to the university, but she refuses, showing their relationship isn't serious. This deeply upsets Percy. He storms off, drinks heavily, and goes to a party with his peers. Maddie, worried, goes to the party, finds Percy, who has taken some pills and isn't feeling well, and takes him outside. On the way back, Percy pulls a bunch of condoms out of his pocket and tells Maddie he's ready for her. Despite waiting for this moment to reach her goal, Maddie tells Percy it's better not to do this while he's drunk. The next morning, Percy firmly tells his parents that he's not going to college because he's in love with Maddie and wants to stay with her. Percy's family calls Maddie and asks her to change their son's mind and get him to go to college to get the car. Unaware, their call connects to the car's Bluetooth. Percy hears everything. His heart breaks and he becomes hopeless. He doesn't show it but invites Maddie to his house. When Maddie arrives, Percy speaks recklessly and they start suspecting he knows everything. In the middle of lunch, Percy takes a call and goes outside. He and his friend crash the car that was supposed to belong to Maddie into a wall. Percy returns home and asks Maddie if there's anything she's hiding from him, but Maddie stays silent. They have their first terrible sex together, and afterward, Percy sadly asks Maddie to leave. He's heard that he has no value and has been used. Percy argues with his parents, scolds them for what they did, and asks them to let him experience everything on his own without making decisions for him. They bring the car Percy crashed into the wall for Maddie along with the papers in her name. For a while, Maddie works with the car and pays off her debts. Sarah advises Maddie to be happy because that's what her mother would have wanted, not working herself to death for a house. While Maddie is having fun with another man, it seems her life is slowly changing and she's becoming a happier person. Then she goes to Percy and, in her own way, tries to make up to him. During this moment, her clothes catch on fire. Percy, to save her, drives the car into the water. After this, Maddie tells Percy that he means a lot to her, and that's when Percy forgives her. Maddie decides to sell her house to Sarah, who, due to being heavily pregnant and the high cost of living, had to move to a smaller town. She sells it at a low price. In the end, she goes to Percy, accompanying him on his way to the airport for university. These two characters, despite their changes and progress in their personal lives, become good friends.